Hey everyone, I'm sorry I've been missing in action lately because I have been playing with leather all throughout the past 3 weeks, I think. And it's already the 2nd of October, and I should really be done packing by now. But no, I think I'm like 90% done packing. But I wanted to quickly share something that I've been busy with and why I haven't been filming lately. I have been playing around with leather, and it came to a point that a few have asked if I could start selling, and I will not be able to attend the PlannerCon in Manila because I'll still be in Canada by the time. So I spoke to Stationery Cafe, Anna, if I could just make a few and she could sell it on my behalf, and she agreed. So I'm done with those and I'll be sending those to her next week. But the thing is, she's also going to be in Canada almost the same time as I am, but she's coming back to Manila sooner than I am. And she's going to be staying in Winnipeg. And if people don't know that, sorry, Anna, but I'll be staying in Alberta with my brother. And also, I will be going to Toronto for the Toronto Stationery Show. And it was also one of the reasons why I decided that I would be really using a passport for a planner this year because somehow I knew I was going to be traveling within those travels, like major travels, and I wanted to share what I was able to do. If you saw in my old video, or like the one before this, this is the same passport traveler's notebook that was in the video. And this is prototype one, to be honest. And everything that I have tried or wanted to add, I did it here. So if there are mistakes here, that's how I knew it was relatively going to work, or I knew how to address those issues. Like, I remember saying how much I hated having the hole at the back instead of putting it on the spine. So it's still the same leather cover. And eventually, I learned how to do like pockets now, and also like how to stitch properly. Because if you saw like the previous video, my stitches were really bad. It was more like I just wanted to see what it was going to be like attached to the leather. And well, eventually it worked out. And I also ended up learning how to sew properly. And that's how it looks like now. So it's a lot cleaner. And yeah, there's still bloopers like here. I don't know what happened. How come that curve like didn't work and this curve worked? But anyway, that's like a totally different story. But this is my traveler's notebook in the passport size now. And I was able to do my own pockets, and I don't know if you can see it. I was able to deboss some like captions on it. And this is supposed to say my typical people, but I had to do something else. So I wasn't able to finish this, but that was kind of the whole idea anyway. So and it was so long winded, and I totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, the whole purpose of this video was you were gonna set this up with me. This video was supposed to be more like what I was gonna be bringing to Canada with me because I am going to be in Alberta for a month. And yes, I'm gonna be staying with my brother most of the like almost all the time. And I also have like some family stuff to do. But mostly I was gonna also enjoy. I know there's a calligraphy event in Calgary during that weekend or like that week that I'll be there. But also, I'm going to be watching a hockey game. And then the thing is, I also like planned the trip to Toronto already. And everything's just on at the same time. And I'm like, oh, I really want to be in certain places. But no, I have to behave. And we're not even talking about stationary shopping yet. But really, I just I do not see myself shopping. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I know you're here for the planner stuff, so we're gonna go to the planner stuff. Now, this is a traveler's notebook in the passport size. Well, I made it into a trifold, so it's a little more secure. And there's really no fuss in this. And the only reason why there's a card here was to show what can fit and what, I don't know, anything that I can use it for. So these are just compartments that I want just in case I need it, because I'd rather have it there and not need it, and need it and it's not there and it's going to drive me crazy. So these are just random cards, but at least you have an idea on what actually fits. And I will sell a few covers, but I will not be selling the traveler's notebook as a planner. I am not selling those. So more of those made to order things are like for journal books itself, and a little special on the Hobonichi Weeks, because some of the people on Instagram were asking for it as well. And I guess I'll just do. I think I can show. I guess I'll show you later. But first, I'm gonna set this up. I'm rambling so badly, and we're gonna be talking about what I am planning to bring with me in Canada. There's nothing really new, but I always want to have this leather sleeve in any of my passport traveler's notebooks. So this one just has like a period tracker sticker. But what I normally do is, so this band, it connects my monthly insert to my weekly insert. Now, I guess I could show you like a bit of updates on what I did. I decided I wanted to add a few pictures. Well, it's not really going to be like bulky pictures, but like happy events during the month. And I kind of like the idea of having it there, even if I don't have a full blown journal here. And so this was my cousin. She lives in LA now, and she visits very, not really as often as I would like. But when she was here last December, I really missed her a lot, and it was nice to have her around. So I just took a picture and printed it on the month that she was here. This was me and Stationery Cafe. This is Anna, and we went to Tokyo together. And it was one of the most chaotic things ever, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. This is Angie, and she lives in Vegas now because she got married. And yeah, she lives in Vegas. This is Kat. And we have been friends from the previous bank that I worked at. We're all traders, and yeah, we kind of miss hanging out, and that was last February. These are my scribe friends who, well, they used to work in scribe, but now we're like just chaotic together. And you're gonna notice I'm like the type of person who does not like have a lot of friends. I mean, I'm not exactly the friendliest person also, but I like having a smaller group of friends, if that makes sense. It's not like I'm a mean, well, I don't know if I'm mean, but I'm not exactly the most sociable person there is. This is me and my dad. So it's April, it was his birthday. And yeah, I just want to put it there. May I haven't printed something here because because every time I print something, it has to be in forest because I use this Selfie QX10, and I just collage something to make it this small. This was during my birthday, and my dad and I went out on a date, and I just put it there. This was me and Maple because I think Biscoff was had like a cone because we came from the vet, and so I had Maple sleeping beside me. And it says here that I found a boy who holds my hand without asking questions, because I have both boy dogs, and that's called they're Maple and Biscoff. And this is this month, and well, last month technically, and this is this month. All the details I need are here, and also just in case, I also have like sticky notes on the front. side just in case I need to quickly jot something down. This is my July to December insert, weekly insert, and everything, all the details are here. And you're still gonna see that there are no bells and whistles, there are no frilly things. I have stuff that I can just scratch out and cancel if in case plans don't push through. Mainly, this is what I use, and I don't well, I never really separated work and life in my planner because I just want to have one thing to look at. And if I do decide to have something separate for them, I don't know. I've never really thought of it that way because it always has to be in just one thing for me. And this also includes my like social media projects and deliverables or something. But everything is really just here, and it's very easy for me to always just look at it without. I don't know, it helps that I don't forget stuff as well, and it keeps like really good memories on it. What else are here? So, oh yeah, I was thinking about what to use for 2026, and since I was like I can't make up my mind, I called it my stationery situationships, and I don't know why, because even like the journal I picked out is not even written here, and I don't know why, but I have to figure out why. But obviously, my planners never change. It's always going to be the traveler's notebook. It could sometimes be like the standard. Well, I used to be really consistent on the standard size, and then I only switched on the passport, I think last year, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I like how practical the size is, how everything just fits in a small thing. But mainly because I knew that my handwriting was so small anyway that it's always going to fit. And I didn't want to waste space because even as small as this, it's already like so much space. But I like the portability of having the passport with me. And especially if I'm going to be, oh, hello, especially if I'm going to be traveling a lot within another country, I just want to have something compact. So, in terms of setting this up, I've talked so much, and all I want to do is just like set this up. So I have a band here. This is like some elastic jump band that I just have, and it's also what I use for making my own covers. I used to wrap this leather insert around the entire like whole books. I don't know what came. I don't know what idea I had. Suddenly, it was just fine being inside the wrapping the yearly insert. I don't have a proper band just yet, but I'm fine using this since this is just mine anyway. So, and I just kind of like put a little space there. And I wanted to use another insert for this specific travel. So I made my own. Although this cover is not something I made, I just use the same cover. But this is, like you're gonna see here, this is cream paper, and I just decorated a bit. And then you're gonna see craft paper, and then it's gonna be cream again. And I just drew like margins. I don't know why I can follow it or not. And then I have craft again. So it's just really a mix of cream and craft paper just to give it a little, I don't know, something different. And I want to fill this with little snippets of, adventures that I've seen or I've been in, or misadventures. Hopefully not. Now, this is just what I do to keep the book in place. Just make sure it's in the middle. So these two, since the band is there, I don't know if you can see it. So the band is there, and now it's like pushed in the middle. And I have my pocket here, just so I am gonna keep the cards in, so you can see that it closes properly. And there, I not that I want to toot my own, but I'm so giddy that this worked out so well. And yeah, this is the one that has bloopers and stuff, but I really don't mind because I never really thought I'd end up making something like this, because all I wanted was just a green cover, a green planner, and that's really the whole entire purpose of this, why I ended up making. But there, this is my main planner for the entire trip that I'll be in Canada. Now I also showed you, oh yeah, hang on. I have this magnetic clip. This is an ollie clip, and you're not focusing. This is an ollie clip, and I like this to keep pages together or like as a bookmark. And I just put this here, there. So it's just there. I mean, it's something like really rocket science, but mainly I created this. I am a no frills person. You're not gonna see charms on this, because the whole idea of me making my own was that I wanted to be able to write without anything bothering, like bumps and all. Oops. That's why I regretted putting the hole at the back. But the nice part here is that if I do want to write something, it lays flat now and I don't have to take it out, because I also took out the nubbin. I know like some of you like felt how much annoyed I was at the nubbin, that it's gone now and I'm really happy. But anyway, so regardless, I can now write even on the planner itself, and it's not going to be bothersome. Even if I have a pocket here, it's not going to be an issue. And if I do write on the monthly, it's still fine. It's still flat. Even if I write on this side, it's flat. And the reason why I put this in the middle was that I could decide to write on it even while I'm in the actual leather planner, because it's still fine. But also, I can easily take it in and out without having to bother with those two that's connected up here. And yeah, it's like rocket science, but not. But there's always, I don't know, I'm just always trying to find a way to make things more efficient or easier for me, more comfortable for me, convenience. And that's why I decided to make my own like planner or like setup, while still hoping to respect the whole essence of a traveler's notebook. And that is my passport. I still want to share a quick one on the standard that I made. And I love the color of this. It was never really easily available. So I actually have this in the passport size here. And I'm still kind of training it to stay folded that way, because I got this maybe, well, way ahead of this one. So if you're gonna see, it's still new and it's stiff. Oops, it's new and it's stiff. Unlike this, this is so soft and pliable already, and I am waiting for this. I'm waiting for this to become like this. But look at what's on the side, and I'm so happy that it doesn't like bother me when I write anymore. And I also thought of making like putting pockets here, but I really don't know yet, because I don't want to make mistakes, especially for this one, since it's not, I can't find it anymore elsewhere, and I just got this from a supplier. But anyway, what I did here was like, I don't know, I just got like black elastics, and that's what I wanted to use. Oh, and I made my own pocket thing. So I think I showed this already, or have I not showed this? But um, yeah. So this is the fastest thing I can pick up and like stuff it inside. And I have made my own pocket, and it's so cool. I'm so happy. I'm sorry if it sounds so silly, but I never really thought that I could be doing stuff like this, but here I am getting so happy. I haven't even embossed anything on this yet, but I do plan eventually on putting something here. And for this planner or journal, I still have the leather insert, and this is still from the traveler's notebook. I have the usual monthly dated insert. And I also thought of using this again for next year, just this because my handwriting's so small, I can fit everything I need into it. But also, there are times that I want to keep writing because I just really enjoy writing. Now, this is an insert that does not necessarily, I know it might not make sense to most people, but I have this like written stuff I read online that I find interesting. And I just, like when you screenshot things on your phone and you never get back into reading them again, this is like the equivalent of a screenshot, but on paper. Does that make sense? But yeah, so I should just call this my screenshot scribbles, maybe. But yeah, I like having this here. I also have like favorite inks or inks that I recently got. And there was this thing here. It says, when we are born, we look like our parents, but getting older, when we die, we look like our decisions. And that resonated with me a lot. That's why I just wrote it there. Yeah, I think that's all really that's here. Oh, and I also have an ink test, like an ink swatch page. And that's really it. There's nothing great. I'm just really happy. And I wanted to share it that I'm happy because I'm usually really grouchy anyway. But anyway, so there, and I was able to fix the stitches, and it's so fun now. Like, I know like it's kind of crooked, but this is mine anyway, and it's kind of fun seeing that there are little mistakes, or I don't know, it gives me character that I know I did it, and it's not like commercially or like produced mass production things, but there. That is my standard size in this delicious sage green leather cover. And I'm so, so happy. I'm so giddy that I was able to make this. And yeah, I could show you some of the things that I was able to do. So hang on. I do not have fancy packaging. I, well, not that I don't appreciate good packaging. It's just that I don't want to waste, I don't know, resources for something that you're gonna throw away. So what I did was, well, your product, well, your item is still gonna be protected, I promise. But as basic and as simple as my what do you call this packaging is, I hope those who decided to purchase or order from me appreciate that whatever is inside, it's still well thought of, well made, and I really made it carefully. And this is still a dust bag that you can reuse. So technically, it's not really a waste. But this is a Hobonichi Weeks cover that I made. And there's the band, there's a pocket just in case, and the stitching. I think I have an old Hobonichi Weeks. Yeah, so this is an old Hobonichi Weeks. What and how to set it up is, so you just, I don't know, the garter, the elastic is really sewn properly. What I did was there. Now you can still, where are those cards? You can still insert something bigger, but the idea is that in case you needed to just like insert like some paper or like memo or something like folded in, it's gonna keep it secure. And the reason why I prefer putting the pockets here on the left side, because the left side is never going to change its shape or size, unlike on your right side. If your book gets a little chunkier, it's going to move, and I don't want to ruin your pocket by putting it here. And again, the whole idea is that you can still write on it flat, which is like a very big deal for me. And so I think this is a mega. Is this a mega? I'm not even sure. But there. So you can write flat and your it's secure. And there. Oops. So I just have like a small like AK right there. And that's it. That's how minimal I always wanted my covers anyway. And there, your cover is simple, secure, and clean. And if in case she wanted another pocket at the back, I would have done it for her. But she wanted something simple too. And the thing is now, you don't really just have, you can switch whatever's in front. Now, if you want, like some people like the stitches to be seen, and I secretly like that too. I kind of like seeing the stitches. And now you can do that as well. There. Well, I also hope that people understand that I cannot do anything with if there are like the characteristics of leather. But definitely before I send these out to those who ordered them, I already pre-treated them with leather conditioner. And yeah, so it's soft and it's smooth and it's not as pliable as this one yet because this has been like beaten up so badly. I mean, especially for like prototype one, this is really beat up, but the leather is absolutely soft and like you don't even have to do anything and it already follows the shape. So, yeah, that is what I have. And I think I can show you. This is another A6. Well, this is an A6 cover that I made. And this is one of the planner covers that are going to go to PlannerCon. You're going to see an obsession of green string right here. So this is the red one. And this is the one for the A6. Same band in the middle because I prefer the elastic band over a leather band to keep the weight as at a minimum. So you're gonna see here that even if you have a cover, it's gonna fit since it's elastic and you're gonna be fine. Now, I did not add anything because this is technically the base of the planner and oh god, this is nice. I'm not really a red fan, but when I saw this, it's actually really nice. Hang on. But yeah, well, it's still like floopy and it's not like following the shape of the book yet, but I'll leave that to the new owner because regardless of how chunky her book gets, it's still going to be fine because the trifold is, you have enough space to allow the chunk because we do not chunk shame here. But yeah, that's how it looks like. And since this is going to be the A5, but this is mine personally, so it's not yet done because I finished everyone else's first. And the only thing I have here is the band, and I haven't poked the hole yet for like the entire thing to hold. But also, this is a sneaky on what I'll be using for 2026. So I have the glare. I'm so sorry. I have the Jibun Techo days, and this is what I'm going to be using for 2026. And look. It's so perfect. And the nice thing is that regardless, oh, sorry, this is the Jibun Tacho in A5 Slim. Sorry, I'm like trying to block the light from the plastic. This is the Jibun Tacho A5 Slim. And now the cover, regardless if you're the slim A5 or you're the regular A5 or if you're a chunky A5, this cover is still gonna fit because yeah, again, like that's the thing I like about trifold leather is that you don't have to be so conscious about your chunk, and if you want to be slim, it's still gonna fit regardless. So it's still a cover that I can use regardless if I use an A5 chunk, an A5 or an A5 slip. Now I don't have the band. I haven't poked the hole yet because I'm still like doing other stuff. But yeah, this is what I'll be using for 2026, and I'm so excited. Like you're gonna see like some marks on the leather already, and I don't know if it's just me, but I like it when leathers are marked. And obviously, if you remember the previous video, you're gonna see like horrible, horrible stitching. And since I kind of learned how to stitch now, so it's a lot cleaner and more straight now. Even on the band, even on the band, it's straight. Oops, it's straight now and it's clean, and I'm so happy. And I think that's that. I went on a whole like I got so happy, but I really did not. When I was doing it, I think I was just like on autopilot. But I never really appreciated how pretty red was. And I think it's one of the more underrated leather covers. But yeah, so that's all for today. I'm so sorry. Like, this did not have any direction. And I just wanted to like, share things because I'm really just so happy. I'm so sorry. I'm not like bragging or anything, but I'm just really so happy that I was able to make something like this. And that's not really like a thing that I usually can do. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.